There's a version of you waiting, not motivated, not inspired, disciplined. He is calm, he is cold, he is consistent. If you met him today, you would feel fear. Most people think discipline is about habits. Wake early, eat clean, work without mercy. They're wrong. Discipline is war on weakness. It's moving forward while fear speaks, while fatigue drags you back, while excuses demand mercy. Musashi understood this. He didn't write for comfort. He wrote for men who expected to die. That version of you is still waiting. Musashi lived in an age where hesitation was punished immediately, not with embarrassment, not with regret, but with death. Because of this, his philosophy is merciless. It offers no comfort. It offers no reassurance. Modern discipline is decorative. Morning routines, motivation cycles, productivity hacks, ways to feel disciplined without becoming dangerous. Musashi would have dismissed all of it. He did not believe discipline was something you practiced when life was calm. He believed discipline was what remained when everything else collapsed. You were either prepared or you were exposed. You either moved correctly or you paid the price. There was no third option. Most men today live in constant negotiation with themselves. They bargain for comfort. They delay for relief. They justify weakness with language. Musashi saw this as self-betrayal, because the true enemy was never outside. The enemy was the part of you that hesitates when pressure arrives. When you become disciplined, people don't celebrate you. They grow uneasy. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop narrating your struggle. You stop explaining your choices. Your presence changes. Most human connection is built on shared weakness, complaints, distractions, emotional validation, mutual avoidance. When you remove yourself from that system, you become difficult to read. And what cannot be read cannot be influenced. People sense that you no longer need approval, that their opinions do not steer you, that you are no longer available for emotional negotiation. This creates tension, because a man who has conquered himself cannot be rushed, pressured, or controlled. Modern culture tells you to build confidence. Musashi would tell you to remove cowardice. Confidence is not something you add. It is what remains when hesitation is stripped away. Each time you act despite resistance, something weak dies. Each time you obey your word instead of your mood, something sharp forms. This is why discipline compounds so violently. At first, you force yourself. Then, you train yourself. Eventually, you become someone who no longer needs force. That is the version of you have not met yet. The one who does not argue internally. The one who does not wait to feel ready. The one who moves with quiet inevitability. Musashi traveled alone for years, not to be mysterious, not to perform discipline, but because silence protects intent. Every time you announce your plans, you release pressure before execution. Every time you explain yourself, you invite interference, doubt, and comparison. True discipline grows best in darkness. No witnesses, no applause, no external validation. Disappear quietly. Work while no one is watching. Fail privately. Correct without judgment. Silence allows mistakes to be fixed without shame. It allows strength to grow without distortion. When you return, do not explain what changed. Your posture will explain. Your patience will explain. Your restraint will explain. Silence does not make you weak. It makes you unreadable. The disciplined man feels everything: fear, fatigue, resistance, doubt. The difference is not emotional absence. The difference is authority. Musashi taught that emotion is information, not instruction. If you wait to feel motivated, you will wait forever. If you wait to feel confident, you will remain fragile. Action must come first. Emotion must adjust. This is why disciplined men appear calm under pressure. They are not calm. They are conditioned. Their nervous system has been trained to obey command, not comfort. Most men lose before effort even begins, not because the task is impossible, but because they allow debate. Should I skip today? Do I really need to do this now? I'll make it up later. Musashi eliminated this entirely. When the moment arrived, the body moved. No thinking, no bargaining, no excuses. At first, this feels brutal. Then it feels clean. Eventually, it feels inevitable. When hesitation disappears, fear loses its leverage. Most men fear isolation, not because they dislike being alone, but because solitude removes distraction. In silence, there is no one to impress, no one to blame, no one to distract you from the truth. Musashi understood that mastery requires withdrawal, away from noise, weaknesses surface, away from comfort, standards sharpen, away from opinion, identity clarifies. This is why solitude feels heavy at first. It forces confrontation. You begin to notice how often you escape yourself, how quickly you reach for stimulation, how uncomfortable stillness feels. That discomfort is not a problem, it is evidence. Solitude reveals what must be cut. Schedule isolation deliberately, not as avoidance, as discipline. Lock the door, turn off the phone, sit with the work. In that space, excuses have nowhere to hide. A man who can stand alone cannot be pressured by the crowd. Undisciplined men rely on intensity. They surge forward when motivated. They disappear when progress slows. This makes them predictable. The disciplined man does not surge. He accumulates day after day, without emotion, without announcement. Musashi believed repetition forged inevitability. Skill is not built in moments of inspiration. It is built in quiet, unremarkable days. This kind of consistency is unsettling because it cannot be stopped. You cannot distract it. You cannot discourage it. You cannot exhaust it. There is no dramatic peak, only steady pressure. Over time, this pressure becomes crushing, not because it is loud, but because it never leaves. You fail because your standards are flexible. You allow exceptions. You negotiate boundaries. You justify shortcuts. Musashi believed the path required severity, not cruelty, clarity. Comfort dulls awareness. Luxury weakens resolve. The modern world is engineered to soften you. Endless entertainment, endless indulgence, endless distraction. To remain disciplined in this environment is an act of resistance. You wake earlier than necessary. You train beyond convenience. You refuse excess. Not because others should, but because you chose a harder path. Your standards become fixed. There is no debate. There is no exception. This removes friction. When standards are absolute, decisions become simple. This is the final cost. To become disciplined, you must kill a version of yourself, the one that seeks approval, the one that explains itself, the one that hesitates when things get difficult. This death is not dramatic. It is quiet, private, permanent. Musashi warned that your former self will try to reclaim control when pressure rises. It will whisper comfort. It will suggest delay. It will offer familiar habits. You must be ruthless. Close the door. Do not revisit it. Grieve briefly, then move on. What remains is leaner, colder, more capable. When discipline becomes internal, something unexpected occurs. The noise fades, anxiety weakens. Not because life becomes easier, but because you are prepared. You stop fearing the future because you are building yourself into it. You stop fearing other people because you know they cannot outwork you. You stop fearing failure because failure becomes information. This is freedom. Not warm freedom, cold freedom. The freedom of someone who depends on nothing external. You no longer react the way they expect. Insults don't land. Pressure doesn't rush you. Chaos doesn't move you. You do not announce progress. You do not seek sympathy. You do not perform struggle. This unsettles people because you expose the cost of their comfort. You are a mirror, and mirrors are uncomfortable for those who avoid themselves. They can take your comfort. They can take your reputation. They can take your certainty. They cannot take your discipline. That belongs to you alone. The world is growing softer, louder, more distracted. Good. While they scatter, you sharpen. You will scare them, not because you try to, but because you embody everything they refuse to become. The path is cold. The path is narrow, and you must walk it alone. Now, walk. The man you haven't met yet is waiting.